Well, hello again, ladies and gentlemen. It is Skull Guns on the World of Tanks, and today, as evidenced by the intro, it's all about fail. And starting this wonderful compilation is a T-29 replay on the Winterberg. You know, the crap version of Ruinberg that they added, you know, to replace Ruinberg on Fire, even though there was literally nothing wrong with Ruinberg on Fire, because people are gay. I am the top tier heavy tank in this game, and it turns out we actually had an alright advantage compared if you go by XVM. It was a 50.6% chance to win, but then again, that's not really something to go by. Lovely little shot in that Jagdpanzer, and it was an above damage roll, I think, and he evaporated pretty quickly after that. But pretty soon things start going downhill. We've already lost 2 tanks, but they've lost 1, so it's not really anything to get too concerned about yet, is it? Yeah, we'll see. Now, there's a stock KV-1 and a Panzer SFL-4C there. Of course, this guy doesn't really stand a chance, so I've decided to put a shot into him, simply because I couldn't see the flak bus. Of course, a flak bus is a more dangerous target, but he disappears, reappears, but I still decide to finish off the KV-1 anyway. At least it's removing a gun, so now we are equal. There's another KV-1 there. The team's taking a bit of damage, and we've just lost another tank, but so have they. Oh, you are kidding me! That shot was so close. Went straight behind his turret. 1 more meter to the right, and it would have hit him. Pretty nice damage roll into the flak bus there. It should have really fired high explosive, but I didn't have the time to reload. And there's the BDR. Oh man, left him on low hit points as well. But it was a tall order, and it was an above average damage roll anyway, so can't really complain too much. Okay, now we're losing again. It's 4-6 now. 4 to us, 6 to them, 5 to us, 7 to them. So we're pulling back the scores, it would seem. But, well, yeah. Jagdpanther. I should have taken out the Jagdpanther first, but seeing a grill, everyone just decides, oh, let's go for the arty. And annoyingly, my shot misses by miles. The scores are now 5-8 to them. And then it's 6-8 to them. Jagdpanther, seeing Hellcat, decides to take him out, but now that leaves us on 7-11 to them. And suddenly this game isn't going too well. 7-12. 88. Shoot him in his little side turret, side gun. An okay roll, if I do say so myself. And then he starts penetrating. I should have pulled back. Another shot into him. I should have pulled that back way before this. And suddenly I'm the last guy left on the team. And annoyingly, my gun's .42 accuracy trolls me again, and I bounce off this guy's side. I could technically win this, but there's a comet coming around. Oh, damn it! This guy gets a shot into me. He's panicking, it would appear. Another shot into him, but it doesn't really matter because there's another friend coming round, and astonishingly my gun decides to bounce off the front of a comet. And with the help of that E25, I stood no chance. This was the second game in a row where I'd done over 3,000 damage in my T-29, and we still lost. And this is to date the highest amount of damage I've done in this tank. 3,594. No one else on the team came close to 1,000 damage. No one else. How How the hell do you manage that? How the actual fuck do you manage that? I got nothing. I got nothing. Just how? 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 And then there was this game. What a delightful team I had, who didn't just fail horribly and totally, but also blamed me for the loss. Especially our T-34, you know, the one right there with 322 damage, who, after the game, decided to tell me that, that not only was I a noob, but he was apparently much better than me. Maybe he is, but to be honest, I don't give a flying fuck if he's the king of Norway. Because he's a fucking idiot. Oh, assault mode. Why did I decide to turn you back on when I knew that at some point something like this would happen? This is my ARL-44 on Sand River Assault, and we're attacking. I think you know where this is gonna go. Of course you know. We're gonna lose to a defending team on a map that is impossible to attack. It's painful. It was painful. In fact, after this game was done, I went back and rightfully turned Assault off. Again. Because, you know, it's a shitty game mode, and the only reason I turned it on was really because my mate Captain Odd had done well in the Karelia Assault in his Tiger 2, and I wanted a similar assault. Yeah. Wasn't I hoping a little bit too much, Oh look! The worst player on the enemy team is a Black Prince, and he sits there! He sits there taking shots with his arse facing us. And it's really hard to believe this, but I kill him for every single one of his hit points. And he didn't move from that spot until after I had to retreat from a shot that I'm going to take in a second. Yep, Panther, Black Prince, somehow managed to shoot me. Panther again, takes off my tracks. Yeah, my inexperience with assault mode really shows. I just don't know where to go. I'm dawdling, I'm undecided, and really I'm just not using this tank as well as I really could. Also, the fact that I don't have the top engine on this thing, which costs me a shot on this SG-101, who miraculously disappeared, and I just can't see him anymore. Which sucks. So, after a while I got bored and fired a shot in speculation, didn't hit anyone, but look, Sturro Emil, and, well, that's not a lot of him showing, but fortunately, this French 90mm gun doesn't let me down. Thank you, Mr. DCA-45, I really like you. Marry me! Unfortunately, the Sturro Emil does decide, oh, I'm not going to be stupid today, I'm going to retreat. Well, I guess even the stupidest of souls knows when to retreat. Oh look, it's our friend in the Black Prince again, and he's sideways on! Oh, this felt good. Just being able to slam this idiot. Oh, another shot, and he tracks me, oh well. Doesn't really matter. Or does it? Ouch! Mr. SU-101, you are officially a bastard. And you have won. Thank you. Here's your prize, a punch in the face. Yeah, I was actually the best player on the team. At the time, I had 953 WNA. I'm a green player, according to Jimbo's mod. And I bet you will have noticed just how many green players were on the enemy team. So it's no surprise that this was a defeat. And look at that, tank sniper. Very rare that I get that. And oh look, I'm just one of a fraction of people who got over 2,000 damage. And the worst player on our team was a T25 AT of all things, and he got base experience that was in the double figures. Look at that, 27% chance to win. 27 bloody %. And once again, we're back on Sand River. I'm in my SU-152, and there's no heavies in this part. There's a few people down in the south, but for some reason there's some stupid heavies going up on the hills. And they're going to die there, because they're stupid. There's another Black Prince, though this one is actually a little bit better than the last one. And I'm loading my armor-piercing shell, because I reckoned he was going to come along and oh shit, Jagdpanther. Oh no, I don't know if I can penetrate this guy. But as it turns out, well, with a little luck, you can. Hello, Mr. Jagdpanther. Goodbye, Mr. Jagdpanther. This is this gun. Now there's a Black Prince, and unfortunately he does know I'm here now. So my original plan of shooting him in the side as he went past is now mute. But don't worry, he's just bad enough to show me his side as he tries to reverse into cover. What an idiot! Unfortunately, I can't take full advantage of this because my gun takes 14.42 seconds to reload, no 14.93, and it has 0.5 accuracy, and the armor-piercing shell uselessly went into his tracks. And I could have potentially killed him, but unfortunately, RNG, ouch. Yes, left him on a smidgen of health. And this, a VK2801, who's firing heat because he's a noob, even though XVM says he isn't. Yeah, I knew this was going to happen. We've been surrounded. Because the people on the cliffs died. So that's all I'm going to do. I took the shot as an opportunity shot. And I'm really thankful that this VK, the 281, did not get the kill. Because I was not going to be killed by a gold noob. That's why he's got a blue name, because he's got it from buying his skill, not from actually having any. Of course you can see why we lost this game, because we had one 70 Unicum and the enemy had two, though one of them was artillery. And you could see the reason why one of our heavy tanks went up on the hill, because he was red. Guess I shouldn't really have doubted any of that. Oh, so the VK apparently does know how to fire proper ammunition. No, I was beginning to wonder. Because he has nothing to lose, our retard in the 281 rams the Comet, but also is still firing gold. You know, because armor-piercing ammunition just is totally useless, right? Even on the Cromwell, where, you know, armor-piercing can still bloody penetrate. Now, annoyingly with this game, I somehow didn't take a screenshot of the personal score, but that doesn't really matter, because you can see what the hell happened. And of course, the 2801, who knows only how to fire gold and a little bit of high explosive, came at the top of the enemy team, and you can see this was a 47% win rate. Unfucking believable. More T-29 shenanigans in the game that came immediately before the one on Winterberg. And it's a Tier 7 game once again, but already you can see a discrepancy in the team lists. Our Black Prince is rubbish. Theirs is a semi-unicum. This game was a 40% chance to win. Not quite as bad as the 27% for the ARL 44, but when you've got an enemy team who rushes the cap, yeah. Painfully annoyingly, we have something like 3 heavies on the eastern flank facing off against 1, and this Tiger, this stock Tiger, keeps getting in my way. Doesn't mean he's necessarily going to not do anything good. He does actually get a fairly nice shot at this Tiger 1. But I'm doing the lion's share of damage, of course. He's been tracked, I think that was the Tiger 1. And he's ineffectually bouncing off. And you'd think he'd switch to high explosive, but no. Oh, he does actually get a shot in there, yes. He's firing armor piercing, but he's bouncing off most of the time. Shooting at a completely... well, at an angle he's almost certainly going to bounce off with 132 penetration. And eventually I bounced as well, because he pulled back, which is annoying. And thus the enemy cap has begun. There's an IS over there who's trying to get hits round and get some flanking shots. But unbelievably, when I get round to shooting him, well, the first shot is going to be incredibly stupid. There's a T-25-2 over there. Fire. It did hit. I'm absolutely sure it hit. And there's the IS. I think actually he pulls back just as I fire. Yeah, he pulled back just as I fired. I did actually have a chance, but my internet connection was always acting up. Yep, there's the T-25-2. I did get a shot into him, and another shot into him. But look, there's over 3 of them in the cap. Why are you doing this? Okay, that Black Prince, who was one of the best in the team, and the enemy team, has inexplicably died, so that's actually a good thing. But look at this. There's 3 of them in the cap, and I had to go out and decap because everyone else was too bloody cowardly to do it. So I did take a hit there. And it's not the only time I'm going to have to decap. Perfect shot at the KV-2. The shell decides, oh, I'm going to hit the ground today. Ah, you stupid little shell. And there's the 252, he's gone now. And there's 4 of them in the cap. Why are you all capping? Stop capping! That's not how wars were won! You win wars by destroying the enemy's force! And I just know, yeah, we're gonna die. We're gonna lose. I don't care if I die now, because the enemy's just capping and no one's coming back to defend. Yeah, we had 4 heavy tanks in the woods. 4!
I was helpless on my own.
The only person they met was a Black Prince. That Black Prince. And they won that flank, but they failed the entire game by just being there, because it's on the wrong side of the map. That's not where the base is, you idiots! So yeah, is it any wonder we lost? So yeah, as we can see, I got over 3,000 damage, and no kills. Oh, people were dying alright, they were just on the wrong team. Yeah. And there's me, at the top. The only person to actually do anything worth actually recording ever. And the enemy team was useless because they were capping. Because you know that's how wars were always won. You capped a base, a little circle on the ground with a flag in it. Oh wait, no they didn't. What's happening here, you ask? Well, this imbecile on the ARL-44 has got his gun in such a way that he can't fire at the Sherman, and instead of pulling back to take a shot, he takes the hits and dies. Here's an idea: play Tetris. I should have known this was a bad omen when I started this game. That lag was so bad that well into the game, I wasn't able to move. I could actually turn the turret, but the tank wasn't actually moving, per se, on the screen. You see, I'm looking over here. The turret was turning, but the tank wasn't moving. Nothing was moving. I should have known that this was a bad sign. And especially when I started over here, because I knew I was actually driving. That I knew this had happened to me several times by this point. But I should have known. I should have fucking known that lag was going to come back and bite me in the ass. Not the arse, the ass. I was gonna have my ass kicked. And it's just such a painful memory. I was doing so well. I was actually on the way to getting... Well, we'll see. So we're up here and we've lost 2 idiots already. Is there any wonder? And there's 2 enemy tanks up here, including a friendly IS-2, a T-37, who for some reason isn't doing the light tank job, but then again it is Himmelsdorf. This IS-2 is an idiot, apparently. he honestly thinks that he can do damage to me. Well, he actually can. He would actually do damage, but he honestly thinks that he can use his heavy tank like a light. And that's just a stupid thing, because I'm penetrating him every time. He did actually get a shot into me. And T-37, oh crap. Oh crap. Oh, don't know which to go for. Well, oh, nice. Friendly also fired at him. I got a shot into him, friendly finished him off. And IS-2 gets another shot into me, ouch. Oh, and died. He died. But that IS-2, being the noob he is, because he's red, he did do damage. And that damage will come into play later. So I'm coming down here to initially to try and flank, but my ping went crazy. Look up there, and I wasn't doing that. As I was coming down, I wanted to stop and snipe, and the ping decided, no, you want to go down the hill, actually, don't you? So I'm going to let you go down the hill. And our M6 gets in the way, which further prevents me from getting any shots off, and thus sniping opportunity ruined. Now take notice of that KV-1S down there. He's going to be important later. And look at two of my teammates, they're red. Our Hummel is a good player, but unfortunately he's in a Hummel. There's only so much he can do in a Hummel on a city map. So I'm going back because I know that at some point we're going to have to defend the cap. And it's actually a sort of crowning moment of awesome for me, a CMOA, because I come down here, the Hummel is just gonna die anytime soon, but he's gonna go down fighting. He's not a scumbag, he's got no choice. He's on a city map, there's no body of water, it would take him ages to get up on the hill and suicide. So he's going down fighting, and he takes out the KV-85 like a boss. What a rock star. Saves me from actually having to kill him. Oh god, and there, he dies. M6, T-29. Our M6 is too dense to actually take cover. Because this M6 is on low health, I take him out. And now it's just the T-29. I'm looking up the hill because I know that artillery is going to be focusing on me. I'm not sure who's going to try and go round. And there is the Panther. And there he goes, he's going out. I wanted a bit more of him showing, and he gave it to me, just as I thought of it. And he went out, took a nice hit. 88 is actually doing really well. He's one of their better players. And I didn't actually want to shoot at him. I wanted to take out the T-29 because I knew he had a more dangerous gun. But the T-29 was so evasive. So I put a shot into the 88 anyway. Oh, and that's actually a HE round for the T-29. Why is he firing HE? Oh, look at his stats. He's red. He must obviously think that he's going to penetrate. Which he isn't, by the way. Oh, yes. There we go. Finish him off. Most dangerous gun on their team is dead. 88. Next, we've got to kill their best player. There he goes. And this has the potential of being a Kolobanov's. I've just taken out two of them. Oh, Panther, and suddenly the gun bounces.
Were you too busy to help me out?
I auto-aimed there. I really shouldn't have. And as I'm going down the hill, KV-1S appears, and as he fires, lag! Bloody lag! And I was panicking. I was like, no, don't! And there, did you just see that? That, right there, ladies and gentlemen, is a perfectly aimed shot at the KV-1S. You can see the target marker, the reticle, aiming reticle is on the KV-1S. The gun is pointing at the KV-1S. And the shell shot the building! I got down by the glitch. And KV-1S is an idiot, he rams me, and I'm screwed. Because my gun doesn't penetrate the thin armor of the KV-1S, and I die. Because of fucking lag! High caliber, first class mastery, fighter, sharpshooter, fire for effect, bruiser, duelist, master gunner. Almost 3,000 damage done. I was so close to winning. And I was let down by my internet connection. When this game finished, I just raged so hard. I just got up out of my chair and screamed. I actually came close to crying because I was so pissed. And I just had to give the game a break for the rest of the day because I was so angry. So, yeah. And here's another game that didn't go well. The Matilda. Actually a bit of a troll tank. And I was let down by the team. I was actually doing really well. And we're going to see how. Long range sniping at the M3 Lee. And moving into the forest. And a wild Panzer 38T appears. Oh, and a Panzer 3A. And a Panzer B2. The Germans are here. And this Panzer B2, for some reason, shoots at the front of me with standard armor piercing. He doesn't seem to know that I have far more armor than his gun can penetrate. But look, a Chi-He has managed to penetrate me. Oh, Panzer 3. And oh, ow. Battle buddy is not going to be achieved today. Yeah, I thought that Electo was actually down the incline, but it turns out he was in front of my gun, and Chi-He is somehow penetrating me. Which is annoying, because his gun has less penetration than that on the FCM36 40, which I was driving yesterday, and I couldn't penetrate the side of Matilda, which is annoying, but anyway, this Chi-He is a constant bother for this game. And he pulls away. Panzer 3A is now there. My gun shot goes nowhere. Panzer 3A. Oh, he knows he's screwed because he can't penetrate me. He's only got an autocannon. And he's just not fast enough. Oh, there's an FCM36 Pack 40. I wonder if he's going to penetrate me. Well, he probably won't, because he won't get a shot at me. Panzer B2, he was down a hill, so I didn't initially shoot at him. I was going for this FCM, but he disappears, annoyingly, so I do take a speculative shot, but it ended up not hitting. And there's the Panzer B2, he's come up, he's trying to kill our M37, so my shot tracks him. A couple of bouncing shots, but with 121 pen and a 1.77 second reload time, you can afford to waste a couple of shots. And our friend in the Chi-He comes back and puts a shot right through the back of my turret, like the little bitch he is. This Panzer B2 has now resorted to using gold, but he still can't penetrate me because he's shooting at my angled rear. He was annoying me. He did track me, and I just decided, yeah, I'm gonna kill him. Chi-He is not a target for me yet, but he is for my DW2 friend, and he is going to. Oh yes, it was such a sweet kill. Oh, Panzer 38T NA, not NA, just a 38T, and he's got a autocannon. He honestly thinks he can pen me. Ah dear. But look, I've got 4 kills. I've only got 57 rounds left. I'm taking hits from the front, and I've only got 2 allies. There's 8 enemy tanks left. And I just know that at some point I'm probably gonna die. But at this point I didn't actually care. I was having so much fun. Because few people were actually penetrating me. And eventually I do die somehow by someone who was more likely to bounce off than to penetrate. And I know that I have to get down here. I've got to get down here. This is where I'll make my last stand. I think I was actually pushing towards the cap, but really I knew I was either going to have to die or defend the cap. So I made the choice to make a last stand. Now, DW2 is facing off against the Hetzer, and the Hetzer kills him off. But notice that the Hetzer was actually doing increments of damage, not one big blow, which means he's got one of the 75mm guns, which are actually the guns that the Hetzer had. And annoyingly, my gun won't go down enough. The gun depression is really bloody small. So I go down, and I'm just waiting for them now. Waiting for the end. Come at me, bro. Do your worst. And I didn't honestly expect this M3 Lee to appear at the same time. It meant I had to divide my attention. Oh god, he did penetrate me. The Hetzer gun is superior to the FCM36 gun. Oh dear. That really ended up screwing me over. And so does the long aim time on this gun. There's the Panzer 38NA, and it bounced for some reason. And Covenant is behind me. And he's got the Bofors gun, which is strange. He was more likely to bounce than to penetrate, because you saw 3 of those shots bounced off. But somehow he penetrated me and killed me. So there we go, the first time I ever got the Ace Tanker. And there's a Top Gun, cool-headed, fire for effect, 1,500